Well, my daddy left home when I was 3. He didn't leave much to my ma and me, just an old guitar and an empty bottle of booze. Now, I don't blame him 'cause he run and hid. But the meanest thing that he ever did was before he left, he went and named me Sue. He must have thought it was quite a joke, and it got a lot of laughs from a lot of folk. Seems I had to fight my whole life through. Some gals would giggle and I'd get red, and some guy'd laugh and I'd bust his head. I tell ya, life ain't easy for a boy named Sue. Well, I grew up quick. And I grew up mean. My fist got hard, my wits got keen, and I'd roam from town to town to hide my shame. But I made me a vow with the moon and stars that I'd search the honky-tonkin' bars and kill that awful man who gave me that name. Well, it was in Gatlinburg, mid-July. I just hit town. My throat was dry. Thought I'd go and have myself a brew at an old saloon on a street of mud. There at the table, dealing studs, sat the dirty, mangy dog that named me Sue. Well, I knew that snake was my own sweet dad from a worn-out picture that my mother'd had. And I knew that scar and that evil eye. He was big and bent and gray and old. I looked at him. My blood ran cold, and I said, "My name is Sue. How do you do? Now, you gonna die." Yeah, that's what I told him. Well, I hit him right between the eyes, and he went down. But to my surprise, he come up with a knife and cut off a piece of my ear. But I busted a chair right across his teeth, and we crashed through the wall and into the street, kicking and a gouging in the mud and the blood and the beer. I tell you, I have fought tougher men, but I really can't remember when. He kicked like a mule, bit like a crocodile. I heard him laugh. I heard him cuss. He reached for his gun. I pulled mine first. He stood there, looking at me, and I saw him smile. And he said, "Son, this world is rough. And if a man's gonna make it, he's gotta be tough." And I knew I wouldn't be there to help you along. So I give you that name, said goodbye. I knew you'd have to get tough or die, and it's that name that has made you strong. Yeah, he said, now, you just fought one hell of a fight, and I know you hate me, and you got the right to kill me. I wouldn't blame you if you do. But you ought to thank me before I die for the gravel in your guts as I am the son of a bitch that named you Sue. Yeah. What could I do? What could I do? I got all choked up, threw down my gun, called him my pa. He called me his son. I come away with a different point of view. And I think about him every now and then, every time I try, and every time I win. And if I ever have a son, I think I'm going to name him Bill or George.